All right, guys. Now we're going to go into a little detail about how to transfer a flood, how it became so popular to transfer a flood, and what's the benefit of it. Okay. So flood and transfers came into play pretty big, probably a couple years ago in 2021. FEMA runs the flood insurance, okay? And so they decided that they were going to change the way that they rate flood insurance because they haven't done it in over 50 years, okay? And just like every other industry changes with codes and the way things are built and made, they said, listen, we haven't done this and we need to do it because it's for the better. And so they did. And so in October of 2021, FEMA created the new rating system, Flood 2.0 is what you will probably hear, for flood insurance policies. Now that didn't go into effect until April 1st of 2022. So for about a year and a half now, we've been seeing a rise and uptick in flood insurance premiums, okay? And so I'm going to tell you what you can do if you're buying a home to keep that flood insurance premium down a little and get on the old rating system, okay? So the first thing you do is, this is from a client of ours this past week that was looking at a second home in Punta Gorda. She called and said, hey, Matt, we're looking at buying this home. Can we do some rough home insurance and flood quotes, please, before I really get knee deep into this? And I said, sure. So she sent me the address, and I use a company called Bankers to do all my FEMA flood policies. And so just real quick, running some numbers on that address, it came back, as you can see, with about $3,041 for the year. I sent it back to her and I said, hey, unfortunately it's $3,041, but that's worst case scenario. I said, how we can get that down is ask your realtor to ask the other realtor if the owners of the home now have flood insurance policy. If they do, amazing. Get that declaration page from them and give it over to me. And as long as it's a FEMA flood policy, I'll be able to transfer it. It doesn't matter what carrier it's with. I will be able to transfer that policy for you into your name so you can now accept the old rating system. So she said, okay. So she got back to me and emailed me a few days later and said, hey, Matt, just so you know, we got the policy like you asked, and here it is. So I looked at it right away and I said, okay, they're already paying, as you see, $23.29 a year, and yours was $3,041. So perfect. We're going to save some money right off the bat. Now, the way to transfer the flood policies is that all you need, it doesn't matter what carrier you use. All you need is the FEMA flood policy that they used. So this is why we get the declaration page. So as you see right here, it shows the policy number. And then the next thing we need is just, if we're not using the same carrier, we need to know the NAIC number. And on this policy right here, you can see there's the NAIC number for Progressive. Since I don't use Progressive, I need that number in order to transfer it over. That's how FEMA finds it in the system. Boom. And we can accept that, the old rating system for the new people. So then I plug that into Bankers for my clients, and this is what I got. So if you check this out right here, their premium, after I plugged in the policy number and the NAIC number, as you can see right here, $21.68 was going to be my client's premium for flood insurance on the home. Instead of $3,041, $21.68. So about $1,100 in savings right there, almost $100 a month. She was super happy, super excited that I was able to relay that information to her, because $2,168 is a lot more appealing than $3,000 a year, because we all know that insurance is going to go up. Next year, it's probably going to raise a little more. Now with FEMA, there is a cap raise of 18%. This policy can only raise 18% every year. So she is ahead of the game for a while until they even reach that $3,000. Okay. So again, guys, what you can do if you're looking to purchase a home, always ask if it's in a flood zone, find out from the other people if they have flood insurance, because if they do, we can any agent can transfer it for you. We can transfer it for you 99% of the time. And another thing that helps out that people don't even realize, but it does, it helps out realtors because it helps deals get done. It helps out lenders to close out the loan because the DTI, the debt to income ratio, is now a lot lower. Fortunate for them, they were paying cash on this policy, but if they weren't and they were having a loan, sometimes if you don't have that, they can't buy the dream home that they want because the flood insurance policy is too much. But if we can transfer the flood insurance policy, which we always can if there's a FEMA flood policy, then they will assume the old rating system and they will be good to go. So if you guys have any questions, visit us on the web, jonesfamilyins.com, and give us a shout, send us a message, and we can help you out with any questions you may have. But guys, remember, this is the way to transfer flood. And if you have any questions, give us a shout. Thank you.